you will be pushed and reminded of all the stuff you're holding on to, because Spirit knows who you'll be if you'll just release all of that stuff. Hey my friends, and welcome back, Sparks. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. You're not here by accident. My name's Amanda Jupiter Anderson. And if you identify with being an old soul, then this message is for you, for all of us old souls. Some very powerful times are upon us, you guys. And I'm here to tell you right now in this moment that it does not require you to experience going through the storm. There doesn't have to be a storm. Let me say that again. There does not need to be a storm. So what we're saying is you don't have to go through the storm to change your reality. If you're paying attention, you don't have to go through a storm. Okay? I wish I knew this many storms ago. But then again, I wouldn't be here sharing this wisdom with you. And it kind of reminds me of a very awesome, beautiful soul who refers to situations like this with the storms, like taking the direct flight instead of, all the layovers. The storms for me were like long, drawn out, layovers. I still got to where I wanted to go or where I wanted to be, or thought where I wanted to be. It just looked a hell of a lot longer to get there. It took a lot longer to get there. So the guides are saying that the storm, or the storms that we go through, is something that Spirit creates with you, with free choice that you walk into. And there's all these synchronicities going on everywhere, that you'll have a greater experience when you get to the other side of the storm. Then you go through the darkness and you come out healed of stuff that you're far from thinking of, stuff that needed to be released. There are some things that us as old souls need to understand. When you release things, let them go. You will change. You will. And the reason you change is because you'll suddenly be open to things you never imagined possible when you were holding on to all of that baggage. So there will be change, and probably a lot of it. Another thing the guides were saying is there will be things to look forward to. Things to change into. They would love for you to release everything, yes, everything that anybody has taught you to this point. We've all had some very powerful, profound teachings from all around. However, this is coming through very strongly to just release all that you've been taught. Open your heart, your mind, and start to question everything. Do your own research from within yourself, some inner engineering. Everything that was given to you and taught to you worked at the time it was taught and given. It's just how it worked. And now the entire universe is shifting, has shifted, and is doing this rapidly. So the tools that we once used, along with us, they need to be upgraded, you guys. This paradigm is changing. We need to be able to drop everything that we were ever taught. And it's hard. And it can feel like, you're betraying the people who taught it to you. And that's okay. What we've been taught is fine for that time. And it had integrity when it was taught to us. But now in this time, we're about to engage with a whole new planet, a whole new universe, my friends. So we have to be willing. Okay, it's going to be difficult. And it's even going to be challenging. However, it's very doable. Everything that you've learned in the old energy works for you, is you, and about you, and defines you. Drop it. Let it go. Because if you don't, the guides are saying, if you don't, you won't survive well. We won't survive well in the new energy. When you have defined yourself in the old energy, you will not survive well in the new energy. Define yourself in the new energy, my friends. Come into this new energy fresh and without any baggage. The thinking of, what you know is right or wrong or true or false. Because that's all going to be upended as you move forward into this new energy, this new paradigm of light. One of the guides put it like this: everything that we've been taught and learned was done in a dark room where you couldn't even see each other. We had to feel what was going on. We came to certain conclusions based on feelings. And now we've walked into this light, this beautiful light, where we're learning coherence. We're learning to link up our hearts and learning things that didn't exist then. Okay, new tools that you can't carry what you learned into the dark, or carry what you learned from the dark into the light, because the tools themselves will start to get in the way. And it can be tough, but old soul, old beautiful soul, I know you guys have been listening, analyzing, opening your minds, and willing to step into a new life, a new way. And it doesn't have to have a new storm, okay? Take the direct flight. Screw the layovers, you guys. Screw them. How willing are you to let go? How willing are you? If you hold on, there's probably going to be some new challenges for you, but ultimately, it's your choice. And that's the beauty of spirit, you guys, because spirit loves you enough to give you options, pushing you a little, making it difficult sometimes so that you can let go. And that's the love of God. That's the love of God, the source, the universe. It's all the same thing. The universe, God, the source, isn't just going to cast you away and say, well, let's move on to the next old soul because this guy's not going to do anything. No, spirit does not do that. The love of God is greater and grander than that. And it's so amazing. When you come into this light, you will live longer. You don't worry about things anymore. You don't take on other people's problems. You have compassion. You have action. And it's just different. The guides are saying to stop deciding what you think others are thinking about you, because things are changing. In this new energy, there's going to be this greater acceptance of esoteric truth. It's subtle, but I've noticed myself, you guys, that when I start telling people what I'm into and my beliefs, they don't just roll their eyes at me anymore. They actually seem to, genuinely listen and even ask questions sometimes. So Spirit wants us to drop thinking of the old way others would react or respond when we talk to them. Okay? Drop the history of how you've been treated. I like that. I really like that. Drop the history of how you have been treated. Just let it go. And when you talk to others about your insights, pay attention to their reactions or their response. And watch how they no longer back away or roll their eyes. Notice how now in this new energy, they seem interested in hearing more, and some even saying that they've heard this before somewhere, and they even ask questions. It's absolutely amazing, you guys. It's so amazing. I know it's hard not to care what people are going to think, because it's been something you've been dealing with for centuries, for eons. What are people going to think? What are they going to think? Dropping history of how we've been treated is difficult, but it's oh so possible, my friends, and it's liberating. Worrying what people think is like this knee-jerk reaction that's in our Akashic records. So of course it's challenging. And then suddenly you come into this light, or what some call the field, and it affects humanity, you guys. So many are awakening to new truths. So the guides want to know if we can do this and drop these few things, then everything else will become easy. And there's a lot more. There's a lot more to come, my friends. Remember, there are many levels to this shit. Many levels. The more you drop, the easier it is. And everything starts to just automatically realign when you can drop the history of how you've been treated. I love you, beautiful soul. Beautiful old soul. You got this, and the universe supports you. I come to you through the power of the internet. Keep expanding and breathing in all that sweet ass energy, because it is literally everywhere. I love you guys. Have an awesome day. Peace.